out of compliance?
Correct. So there was a civil penalty amount in over $10 million. And since there were multiple parties to the action, it was split between the U.S. government and the U.S. Virgin Islands government. The U.S. government got 5.125, and so did the USVI got 5.125 for their civil penalty for violations of the Clean Air Act.
Okay.
Simply put, 250. What the USVI decided to do at that time, the commissioner of the the VI DPNR decided to take up that portion of the 5.125, 250,000 as the civil penalty amount to go to their government, and then the remainder, which is 4.8 or 75 and change, to go into this territorial SEP project.
Okay.
That's what the USVI government decided to do at that time.
Okay.
Under this consent decree.
Okay, thank you. Anyone on my panel, do you have any questions? All right. Moving right along. I want to talk about the water, the water slash coral. You guys answered it for me. However, I want to make sure that what you're stating, and I think Jeff, you answered this question. You're stating at this time that there was once a 134 million gallons of oil that was actually recovered. No, 124 million, I'm sorry, was actually recovered. However, according to the article that I mentioned about, only 6.4 million gallons was still somewhat leaking or out of the bottom of the facility and somehow escaping into the open waters. But according to your answer, you told me this is crazy. This is crazy. Right now I'm having phone trouble. How ironic that I'm having phone trouble. Renee Mason. I yes, I apologize. My phone. Hello. Yes, I'm here. Hello. I I apologize. This, phones have a mind of their own. I apologize, and I hope that you didn't answer the question before I got back on. Did you? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna say right now, I can't say that this would not happen again. I chose two different lines just for this same reason, and it just seems like this always happens, especially to me. Okay, let's move forward. Um, you mentioned that you were not aware of the fact that there were any type of, what's the name do you call it? I apologize. Any type of pollution in regards to oil in the open waters at this time. So are you saying that the 6.4 million of oil that was under the facility has actually been cleaned up or somehow corrected? Hello? Shit. This is crazy. Hello?
There's been impacts to the water prior, and there continues to be some type of impacts, but that's not my area of expertise. You would have to address those.
Okay, in regards to the EPA creating what is called the coral protection, what pollutions were they trying to prevent at that point, if it's not other than oil?
Well, the group. This is Charles LeBou speaking, and that group was formed to get a grouping of all local and federal agencies that are involved in all kinds of matters relating to water quality and coral reef protection and conservation. So the general areas that we cover technically are all areas that are leading to the stresses to corals, which at this point in time generally are land-based sources of pollution, non-point sources, discharges, direct discharges to the ocean. So we are a group of agencies that are designed to focus on efforts and see how we can coordinate our agencies to work together to mitigate assaults and threats to coral reefs.
But can you elaborate just a little bit of what actually would go? Just elaborate a little bit when you say runoffs. What runoffs? Because I'm looking at something that was sent to me. It says to foster collaboration and assisting EPA to develop a plan that will define actions for focusing EPA and Territorial Clean Water Act activities to address pollution sources that threaten corals. What are those pollution sources?
Well, pollution sources could be runoff from agricultural lands, could be runoff from roads, sedimentation from roads, just also from cities, whatever is in the area. Sewage discharges. There are actually permitted discharges that are permitted to discharge directly to the ocean. And any kind of areas that would contribute to the stormwater is another one. Yes, stormwater is another one. If these are not properly controlled or regulated and are causing problems to the coastal waters, our group would be tasked at how would we respond to that and mitigate those problems. And right now, the group is a very new group, and we're just really engaged for a few months. And a lot of our focus will be looking at watersheds on the whole, looking at specific watersheds to determine what specific portions of the watersheds can be better controlled to prevent these pollutants from entering the water.
Okay, thank you. I guess, does anyone on my panel have any questions in regards to permits and the water/pollution and coral protection?
Yes, this is Michael Monjo from Senator O'Reilly's office. If and when Hovenza is sold, what happens to the consent decree and the permits? How do they get transitioned on?
This is Steve Reevan. I can answer the question on permits. Every permit that Hovenza holds can be transferred to the new owner. They have to recognize the existence of the permit and that they will comply with it. So they could just take what's existing and include it as an administrative change. The consent decree, that'd be clear?
Yeah.
Do you want to guys have to leave?
Yeah, we have. Is there any other ocean or coral-related questions that we can address at this time? This is Doug Pabst.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Eli McMillan. I have a quick question for you. If oil is released in the land, what stops that oil from spreading into the water, into the ocean?
Well, I mean, that really depends where the oil is released and what kind of containment the particular facility might have. But again, I think as Jeff mentioned, once it gets in the water and produces a sheen, there's the response that would occur to make sure that oil is cleaned up, and a variety of agencies are involved as far as that goes. So that doesn't matter where it came from, as long as we detect that sheen, there's a response to that. But I don't know. I mean, hypothetically, it depends on the facility.
Thank you very much. I have one more question for you. If you have a well and you're seeing the sheen that you're speaking about in your water, if you put it in a container, could that be the oil that you're seeing from the refinery? Just a question.
I'm not a drinking water expert, but typically it's not good to have oily sheens in your drinking water. I would say you should take that up with the local. I don't know. Is it your own well water or is it?
Yeah. I'm referring to my well water.
I don't know. Is drinking water delegated?
I'm not sure.
Put aside.